I want to talk to you today about getting ready for a brighter future. In Parsha Vayeshev, we read about Jacob and his sons. Most specifically, it follows the life of Jacob. No, Joseph, who is presented as being his father's favorite and living a happy life at home. Joseph's brothers weren't happy at all about having to deal with Joseph. Things got worse when Jacob made a multicolored coat for Joseph. Joseph's brothers' jealousy grew to the point that they decided to sell Joseph to a group of Ishmaelites and fake Joseph's death to trick their father. The Ishmaelites sold Joseph as a slave to an Egyptian man named Potiphar, who was one of the Pharaoh's officials. At Potiphar's home, Joseph excelled above all the other slaves to the point that Potiphar decided to put him in charge of his entire house. But then Potiphar's wife started to seduce Joseph, who rejected all of her advances. Angry at these rejections, Potiphar's wife presented fake charges against Joseph. Being a slave in a foreign country, nobody cared what Joseph had to say, and he was thrown into the Egyptian jail. But even in jail, the Torah said that he excelled and became the administrator of the jail, helping the guards to run the whole place. Joseph also has the reputation of being very good at interpreting the meaning of dreams. One day, two prisoners came to Joseph asking for help understanding their dreams. One was the Pharaoh's butler, and the other was Pharaoh's baker. After listening to the dreams, Joseph told them that the butler will be found innocent and returned to the palace, while the baker will be found guilty and he will be hanged. That was exactly what happened. Before the butler returned to the palace, Joseph asked him to remember his favor, but the butler forgot about Joseph right away. Poor Joseph always seems to be forgotten. Forgotten by his brothers, forgotten by the Egyptian society, and forgotten by the butler. And I'm sure he thought he was forgotten by God. But nevertheless, the Torah tells us that he kept doing the right thing and excelling wherever he was. Eventually, this way of facing life paid off, and he was rewarded by God when he became Egypt's prime minister. Now we learn that he wasn't forgotten by God. He needed time and different experiences to develop his character, to eventually become a great prime minister in the midst of the greatest famine Egypt had to endure. Becoming the prime minister of Egypt without all those experiences to make him wiser, to teach him about the Egyptian society, wouldn't be a blessing, but would be a curse. He wouldn't be able to do a good job. If we want too many things too fast, it might not be good for us. We need time and experience to be able to sustain our success. Talent can take us to an important place fast, but we need more than talent to be able to stay there. Joseph always did the right thing and learned a lot about Egypt. Eventually, he needed all that experience to succeed at his job. This teaches us that we should still work hard and try our best, even if we don't get an instant reward. We should stand strong in the face of adversity, even if it doesn't pay off until the very end. Now, a bar mitzvah traditionally happens on the Shabbat after a boy's 13th birthday. This is why we're doing it 6 months after my birthday. It's been a really long week. And I'm going to tell you a personal story, something about myself. And while I may be a soccer player and a bit of an artist, for those who don't know, I have a horrible YouTube channel called JuanProGamer12. My name is not Juan. But I'm going to talk about that instead of something important. I remember when I was 9 in 4th grade when I got my tablet. It was the first electronic device that was truly mine. It was the first serious thing I owned that was truly mine. So like any self-respecting 4th grader, first thing I did after signing up for an email was make a bad YouTube channel the day I got the tablet. And you can check the About page on my channel to see that it was created December 6, 2017, my 10th birthday. Jericho dies from his horror... No, it went through a number of name changes. Game to game, Jericho plays, Jericho 2099, Jericho dies from his horrible content, and finally, JuanProGamer12. I've really sunk my teeth into this, as I have more than 150 videos. Watching past videos doesn't feel bad anymore, because I know my experience with my YouTube has benefited me in the long run. I know what I was doing wrong now. I watched videos and looked up to YouTubers for the money, fame, and financial gain. I remember uploading my first video thinking, this video is going to go viral, I know it! And I assume you can guess how that went from the fact that I'm not famous. Every video I thought to myself, I know my last video got 3 views, but this time will be different. I'll be famous after this one. But now I know that I was doing it for the wrong reasons and trying to get results too fast. And even now, when I actually have a few videos, upwards of 1,000 views, you can see it hasn't done me any good. The reason I upload now is to make people laugh. Sometimes that person is me, because it doesn't even take your video to be watched to get a laugh. Now I upload for the future, because now I'm even walking off with some good editing skills and like actual knowledge about camera work. So I've actually learned from this horrible mistake. Maybe one day I'll be a famous YouTuber. Probably not. But meanwhile, I will, just like Joseph, keep giving my best and do things for the right reason. Something else I've learned about for my bar mitzvah is the importance of tzedakah. I used to know about tzedakah, but I never knew the true meaning. Tzedakah may mean charity or justice or righteousness, but most of all, it means doing the right thing. Doing the right thing is something I've learned about, and I can now truly do for myself. Now that I'm bar mitzvahed, giving to charity is something I'd like to do on my own. That's why I'd like to donate some of my bar mitzvah money to Main Street Project. The ideals of Main Street Project is helping those in the face of adversity, giving an indiscriminate, safe place to any who need it, and above all, forgiveness. Forgiveness can help many people, and I want to help the people who need it the most. And before I'm forcibly taken off the stage, I would like to thank so many important people who helped me get to this point, such as my mom. My mom is great. She's been by my side, supporting me the entire time. She cheered me on for everything, and my friends look up to her too. We had an assignment where we had to write about human rights activists, and as a joke, I suggested my mom to my friends, as she has done some plays on racism and discrimination. I didn't do my assignment on her. My friends did. She is a great inspiration to me and really funny too. I can't count how many times I was feeling grumpy or down, and she broke the tension with a joke of varying quality. I'd like to thank my dad for always cheering me up when I'm sad. Thank you for going alongside me and taking me out to see the world. We've gone to so many places together, and now I'm here, 13 years since a baby at my bar mitzvah. One of my earliest memories was when we were playing the Lego Star Wars video game, and you were player 1, and I was disconnected controller. Silas, my favorite brother. I remember when you were a baby. We fought. I cried more than you. I remember when I was in the kitchen and missed your first steps. I remember your first sentence. When watching Iron Giant, you said, and I quote, "Uh-oh, robot dead." I love you, Silas, and you're irreplaceable. And honestly, can anyone ever say anything harsh to that face? Look at him. He's clapping. I love my Nana and Tete. We always went to your house after school, after all. Me and Silas love going to Assiniboine Park during the summer, and I've hated the fact that we haven't really gotten to see you in months. We used to go into your house and see houseplants as far as the eye could see. So many road trips and so many memories. We've missed you greatly. Bubba Sharon and Zeta Murray, we've missed you. I remember when Silas was a little boy, he crawled onto Zeta's chest and asked with 100% seriousness, "Zeta, are you pregnant?" And that's a memory I will never forget. I remember my yearly birthday present, where in the following January, I would have a sleepover at your house, and you would take me to see the Robert Munch play the following day. These are some of my greatest memories of you guys, and me and Silas have really missed you over the pandemic. Bubby Vaughn and Poppy Joe. Florida is far, and it's been a while since we've been there, but whenever we are, it's always a blast to see you guys, and I always make lifelong memories whenever I go. Me and Silas have missed you, but we love when you call. I'm incredibly thankful for this Talis, and that even tons of kilometers away, you're still taking part in this service. We love you. Zeta Joe, Zeta Jack, Bubby Faye, and Bubby Sylvia. These are some of my great-grandparents who can sadly not be with us today. Today is Zeta Jack's birthday, and our last date was actually Zeta Joe's birthday. They are my namesake, and I wish I could have met them. Bubby still is Silas' namesake, and these are my great-grandparents I look to greatly. I got this ring this morning by my dad, which was a gift from my Bubby Faye, and I can't appreciate it more. Auntie Eliana, Auntie Jessica, Bubby Vaughn, and Papa Joe. Thank you for being an important part in today's Aliyahs, all the way from America. Thank you. Ami, you're my closest friend, man. It's inspiring to me how much you care about the environment. You're practically saving the turtles at this point. In all seriousness, you're one of my best friends, and I could never replace you. I'm so glad you could be here today. And one last big thank you to everyone who's watching my bar mitzvah as I speak. It's a beautiful day, and Shabbat Shalom. Yay!